This Hangout is live. This is YouTube live streaming on Hangout. I just wanted to do a quick video, like maybe a few minutes, to talk about something real quickly. And before we do that, for those who are watching, either you're watching live or watching the replay, I want to thank you for taking a second to jump on this. There's something that I recently did that's been crazy, and I don't mean crazy in a bad way. I mean crazy in a good way. In that I was inspired by someone you're probably following, Grant Cardone. He wrote the Millionaire Booklet, and he also wrote Sell or Be Sold. But he wrote a bunch of books. But two reasons why I bring up those two books is because he wrote those in record time, and I was inspired to put something together myself for two reasons. And one of the reasons was how quickly, when you're focused on something, you can get it together. And then the second reason why I was encouraged to do something was because someone I knew recently died a few weeks ago, and he was in his 30s, maybe 40s, I'd say, and he just died, died. And what I realized from that was his time's up. I can't break it I can't break it down any more than that. His time's up. And the thing you have to realize is your time could be up at any point in time. And all the goals and dreams you had and things you wanted to accomplish can go like this. And this was like literally about less than 2 weeks ago. It was about 2 weeks ago on Halloween. And so the next day, I was thinking about this. I'm leaving my office, and I was thinking about ideas that I've had and things I wanted to work on. And I got really inspired by that. And at the same time, I got a question from somebody who said, how do I deal with problems? How do I deal with people, people being negative and telling me bad things about myself? And I said, you know what, this was kind of the spark. So I got home and I started writing a response to that question. And then I spent the next 3.5 hours putting together the 10-minute motivator. Now, the answer to this person's particular question was very simple. It was like, how do I get over obscurity? How do I get over adversity? And how do I achieve the things that I really want to achieve? I want to prepare for 2018. And 2017 is almost over. Some things I wanted to do, I didn't do. And so how do I prepare for 2018 so that I can literally knock out the goals like out of the park and kick them in the face and actually win? And for those who are watching, either live or the replay, I might not have told you who I was. My name is Abong Eka. And besides being a CPA, I'm also an international best-selling author of Start Me Up the No Business Plan. I'm a certified professional leadership and business coach, and I'm a small business expert. And some of the clients that I work with in the past and currently are like Bank of America, Experian, UMA Office, Capital One, a whole bunch of others, as well as small businesses. And there are three things that we do. Like Economics is the name of the company, and what we do at Economics is we train in leadership development, employee empowerment, employee improvement, and create programs that help employees to train them not only in coaching and executive coaching, but also in leadership and being more engaged and understanding the importance that they have and the value they have for their businesses. Other thing we do also from a small business perspective is the Economics Academy. We work with entrepreneurs, about 20 per session, and it's a 4-week mastermind in which every week there's a new lesson and you get clarity in what you're doing. So you have to literally apply to be in the academy, because I don't do it as often. And so the academy literally walks you through the process of getting clarity in your mindset, clarity in your pricing, clarity in your market, clarity in your sales pitch. And we get that all fine-tuned. So after a month, you literally can exponentially grow your business, grow your sales, grow your revenue, grow your the people whatever goal you had for your business, you end up growing it. We've shown how people have increased their revenues within a short period of time with 30%, 161%. Some of their top clients to date, because we worked with us. A lot of people have doubled their prices within literally days of working with us, being in the academy. So that's kind of a very important distinction I wanted to make. Now, the reason you're watching is because I'm going to share with you today the difference between motivation versus inspiration and how to literally achieve monster goals despite having adversity. And I'm going to share with you the reason why I put together the 10-minute motivator. And I'm going to share with you the difference between the two and what you can do in order to turn 2018 into an amazing experience. And so I want to put this together real quickly for everybody who's watching so that they can get inspired about what to do in their lives and what they're trying to accomplish, okay? So the first things first, motivation. Motivation is a spark, right? You get excited from motivation. You get you get enthusiasm. Maybe you get some bad news from a doctor. Maybe you know somebody who dies. Maybe you get good news about a job interview, or you're going to move somewhere, or your team wins, or something like that. You get really inspired to do well. You get excited about that. And so motivation gets you up. It gets you making a decision of what you want to do next, right? What change you want in your life. But just like everything else, right? People who go to the gym January 2nd, or any other thing you can fill in the blank, change you're trying to make, that people want to do, at some point in time, after the first couple of days, if not within the first week, they tend to quit. It tends to be over. Why? Because you can't get motivated every single time. You're not going to get excited every single time. So you have to understand that motivation is only a small piece of it. The second is the inspiration, on the other hand, the second piece. And they're usually, people tend to interchange them, but they're not interchangeable. On the other hand, is the consistent slow burn over time. It's consistently being excited about something and actually doing the work regardless of how you feel, right? Stephen Pressfield talks about the importance of being a professional versus an amateur. And Stephen Pressfield is a very famous author and a screenwriter. The professional will get up and write or do whatever they're doing consistently, regardless of how they feel, regardless of what's going on in their head, regardless of what they're thinking about. They will consistently do the work. The amateur will write the book or do the work or do the sales when they feel like it. The professional is a person who's focused intently. So what ends up happening is they shorten the amount of time that they spend, right, in adversity, because they've done massive amounts of action, right? One example, I talk about this book, Start Me Up. People don't realize this is traditionally published. So you can get this in Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, anywhere else, online, bookstores, you name it, in Canada, Chapters. And it's also published internationally in Indonesia and a few other countries. The thing was this. It took me 2.5 years to get this book deal. I got no's from over 250 different people. But this is the thing. Throughout that time, I was writing proposals. I was writing book proposals. I was writing queries, and the way the industry works. I was writing on a regular basis. So when I got this book deal, they told me within a week of signing the contract, they told me I had to produce the manuscript in 3 months. That's 90 days. Now you're probably thinking that's enough time to write. Well, I had to write 65,000 words. I had to write 225 pages. Over 65,000 words is what I had to put together in 3 months. And again, that's not my full-time gig. Writing the book was my full-time gig. I was actually working. I had clients and people I had to work for and do things for. You understand what I'm saying? So then how do I produce this kind of volume and have this kind of level of productivity? Well, I've been writing for the last 2.5 years. So when it came time for me to be rewarded with this, I was already prepared. You see what I'm saying? So when I wake up in the morning, I didn't feel like writing. Then I had to go to a client. On the weekends where people were going out to the club and doing stuff and hanging out with friends, I didn't feel like doing anything. I felt like doing that. I didn't feel like writing, but I had to be professional because this is what I've been going after. And I ended up setting the tone. So I learned from that experience. Before that, I played professional basketball. Same thing. I didn't go play professional basketball because I was some guy you've heard of. I went to a school you never heard of. But the difference was this. I created a blueprint or a system over time. So for the last 20 years, 25 years, I've been applying this blueprint to my life to not only go to college despite being out of obscurity and hitting adversity, getting a professional basketball contract, getting a professional publishing book deal, starting a business, starting several businesses, being influential on television, as well as on radio and doing interviews and being known in a variety of different industries. You understand the difference? So the thing is this, motivation is getting excited. Everybody gets excited. Everybody has dreams. You can ask anybody on the street. They'll tell you what their dreams are. Inspiration is a consistent slow burn. So you have to create tools or create systems and discipline within the inspiration in order for it to manifest itself into you actually producing what you want to produce. That's the difference. So motivation, you don't need me to motivate you. They're all over the place. You go to YouTube, watching tons of people right now who are going to be jumping up and down, screaming about getting excited. The difference is, how do you create the system and the steps to get the inspiration continuous, right? Inspiration is when you wake up in the morning, you don't feel like going to work. Waking up or at night when you have to stay up till 4 in the morning to write something, but you really want to go to sleep because you're exhausted. All of these different things is inspiration. And literally putting together the 10-minute motivator was one of the best things that I could ever, I literally, the highest level of awareness that I was on when I wrote that within a short period of time. I put that together in about 3.5 hours, writing continuously. I had it edited within a day or two. I had the cover created a couple days after that. The website was created and built within a few days after that. So within a short period of time, we were able to put something together, a 50-page book that you can carry around, put in your purse, your pocket, your backpack, and you can draw from it every single day. You can add 10 minutes to spend 10 minutes of your day, every single day, creating the blueprints of discipline that's required in order for you to overcome any adversity, get out of obscurity, and eventually achieve those monster goals. I share examples not only from my life, but the life of people like Eric Thomas and Grant Cardone. People who have been able to overcome, Les Brown, people who overcome a lot of different adversities and challenges to become super successful. The success that I was able to garner, I talk about that in the book as well. So do me a favor, I want to do a quick video. Just go beneath. If you grab a copy soon, you may have the opportunity to grab some of the bonuses. I have a bunch of bonuses as well that are there you'll be able to find. But secondly, I'm doing a special bonus for the next couple of weeks to get people set up. I'm going to have a live training for people who've gotten the book, and I'm going to teach that live while we're online on like on a webcast, private webcast, for free, because there are other things that I'm doing as well. But I want to get people started because again, you only have less than 2 months. We have literally 6 weeks before the start of 2018. And I want you to get things in place in order to get you where you want to go. If you're a career person, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a salesperson, if you're a consultant, coach, whatever you do, you have goals you're trying to obtain and try to achieve. The difference is people are struggling because they haven't created the steps that are required to grab what they really want. And that's the whole point of what I'm trying to do, and that's what I want to do for you. So just click the link. It should be in the description. It's if not, it's the number 10 minute, write it out, motivator.com, the 10minutemotivator.com. Go check it out. Again, I'm telling you, this is going to change your life. For those who take me up on that offer, I'm going to, in the next few weeks, I'm going to put together a live training for those who have the book, and we're going to talk about, I'm going to help you create the start of what you really want. And I'm going to give you an added bonus. You're going to have access to me in a group, and I'm going to answer your questions, help you set the blueprint and the framework for you. And we're going to take this and literally scale it to what works for you to create what you need to get what you want in 2018. All right. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe. Just click the subscribe button as well. Click the link and go get the book. And then we're shipping out in the next couple of weeks. So pre-order. If you pre-order, I literally will send it to you in the next couple of weeks, and I'll sign it as well. So thanks again for everything. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching. I want you guys to be kings and queens and to dominate your life, dominate your dreams, and dominate your goals.